Okay, so this will be lesson 4 in our stool design. Basically, in lesson 3, we've managed to create a leg of our stool. And down here in our timeline, you can see we have got 2 sketches and 2 extrusions. What we need to do now is make a copy of this leg. So to make a copy, we can either click on this tool here, which is our move tool, or we can press M for move. And basically, it's going to ask us whether we want to select bodies or some other form of selection. And if I click on a body, which is our chair leg, is a body, it will allow me to move that body. But rather than moving it, what I want to do is create a copy. So I'm going to click on create copy, and then I'm going to select my chair leg, or the arrow of the chair leg, and I can start to drag that away. And the distance we wish to drag that away today is negative 350 millimeters on that Z axis. So negative 350, and press enter. And you can see there now we have got a couple of new functions down here in our toolbar, and we have 2 legs that'll form our chair. The next thing we want to do is start to put the top of our chair design. Remembering that this is our chair design here, we have 2 legs. What we want to do now is create the top surface. So what I'm going to do is create another sketch. So clicking on the create sketch tool, and this time I want to select the top surface of my chair. That will zoom around. And what I'm going to do here now is I'm going to click on the 2-point rectangle, and I'm basically just going to draw a rectangle that is going to go across the top of my chair, and I actually want this rectangle to be 450 by 450. Sorry, I was just having a blank at what size I wanted it. So 450 by 450, and hit enter. Now that chair, so if I finish this sketch here, that chair top that I just drew is not constrained. I can move it around, okay? And what I actually want to do is move it and make it in line with the top of my chair legs and the bottom of my chair legs, because that sketch that we drew at the start was 450 millimeters. And what I need to do now is dimension my rectangle. So I'm just going to come back into this last sketch that we did here, and I'm going to hit edit sketch. And you can see I've got a 450 by 450 rectangle, but it's still not dimensioned to anything. So I'm going to hit D for dimension, and I'm just going to dimension it off my chair leg here. And the dimension that I'm looking for, if my math is correct, should be 35. Enter. And over this side, it will be 50. No, so why is that incorrect? Never mind. I'm going to escape this one, and I'm going to make this here 35. Should make it, what happens if I make it 40? I'm basically trying to get them so they're exactly the same. And if I am on my D for dimension, I got 45, so I want to make it 42.5. I'm just going to escape that. 42.5, enter. And then if I'm on D for dimension, this side here should also be 42.5. So we want to get those 2 so that they are exactly the same. And what that means is we now have a rectangle that is in the center, or a square, which is the top surface of our design, that is in the center of our stool. Okay, we can still see we have blue lines on this side though, which makes them not constrained. So we need to make them constrained. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select that line, and then I should be able to click equal to this line. No, didn't work for me. What if I go this line coincidental to that line? No. What if we go perpendicular? Collinear. Maybe that's the one I'm after. There we go. So I've made this line here collinear to that line, which means the same as, equal to. And if I zoom out here, you can see it's moved this one also not collinear, which is odd because I'm sure I started at a 450mm sketch. So what I might do here now is click on this, escape to exit that, click on this dimension and delete this dimension. And doing the same thing again, I'm just going to make it collinear with the chair. So I'm just going to make this line collinear with that line, and then it's going to make my seat all dimensioned in black. Hitting E for extrude, I can select the surface in which I wish to extrude, including this one. And it's really important here, I want to make it a new body, so I don't want it to be joined. So you could have it as joined, and then the legs and the tabletop would be, the seat top would be all joined. It's really important, I want to make it a new body, and I want to make it 15mm thick because that is the thickness of our material. So clicking and dragging, I can see that it's a positive number, and I'm going to type in 15 and press enter. And there is my two legs and tabletop complete.